This is Mec110 Lab number 3. We're going to proceed to do 3 types of gear configuration. And this time we want to have the small gear driving the large gear. This is the first type of the configuration. The second configuration we're going to have is the large gear driving the small gear. And the third configuration we're going to have a compound gears. The compound gear is going to be like this. This one, right into this one, and this one. This is going to be the third configuration, the compound gears. The small gear driving to the large gear, and the medium gear is going to drive in the large gear. In this first configuration, we have the first gear 12 teeth, want to driving a 60 teeth. In this configuration, we have the small gear driving a large gear. We have speed decreasing, but the torque increasing. So we have this one and this gear, the small gear have 12 teeth and this one 60, and we're going to test it, how much RPM we have. To testing, we have to put the power sources and 6 volts, and we're going to see how it's going to be. So the first gear driving the large gear, the speed decrease, but the torque is increasing. Also, we're going to testing the same setup we have right here. We're going to test it in a gear generator. So we put it right there, the 12 gears driving to the 60 gear right there, and the RPM, the results of RPM, the speed RPM, we have 19, and the gear ratio is 5.5 to 1, and the RPM is 19. In the second configuration, we have the big gear driving the small gear. In this configuration, we have the 60 gear on 60 teeth driving that gear on to 12 teeth. In this configuration, the speed increasing. We have the speed increase. So we have the speed increasing, but we lose torque in this configuration. So we have almost 880 RPM divided by 2. Also we have to go to the gear generator. In the gear generator we have the 12 gear driving to the large gear 60 feet, and the ratio is 1:5 and the RPM is 475. In the number 3 configuration we have the compound gears. The small gear driving the large gear, and this is share the 36 feet share the same shaft on the 60 gear and on the 62 gear driving the 60 gear. In this case we have losing speed but increasing the torque. You see how many RPMs we have. Also we have in the gear generator, we set up the same way, 12 feet in the first gear, 60 in the second one, 36 in the third, and 60 in the fourth. And we have the ratio 5:1 and the RPM is 3.8. The same thing with testing when it's really slow, so the RPM is 3.8. So this is the 3 configurations we have. First gear driving, first is the small gear driving to the large gear. The second one is the large gear driving to the small one, and the third configuration is the small gear driving to the large gear, connected to the middle gear, larger to a large gear. Thank you.